Hello, this is Tanya, and today I would like to talk about 8 different methods of memorizing new words and expressions for your test. Um, Everybody is different, so feel free to pick the methods that you like and dismiss the ones that you don't feel comfortable with. These are just suggestions. Let's start. Okay, so the first one is called the gold list method. I discovered it on a website of another trainer. Her name is Lydia Macheva. I think this is a great method. So the method actually is very simple. You have to use a notebook, just a plain notebook for this method, and you should be able to. It should be big enough. It should have enough pages. Um, so you start on day one with opening it and like this. So you have 2 pages. On the left page, you should have enough space for 2 lists, and the same on the page on the right. So you start with writing a list of 20 words on the left side. Um, and then you just leave this page blank, and the same thing happens on day 2, day 3, day 4, and so on and so forth. The circle goes on for 2 weeks. So finally on day 15, you go back to your first page, and you go over your list, and whatever without you don't have to go over it again and again, but when you look at it, there are going to be words that you already remember. This is how our brain works. So what you do is you only copy the words that you don't remember to list B. And the same happens on day 16, 17, and so on and so forth with your other list. So that goes on for another 2 weeks. And then you come back again to this first page, and you read your list B, which is a bit shorter, and you discover that you actually remember most of it, maybe half of it. So you only copy the words that you don't remember to list C. And again, another circle, another period of time that you go do the same thing with other pages for 2 weeks. And when you come back, you only have a few words maybe that you don't remember, and you copy them to list D. And the same thing on all the other pages. Um, Actually, this this method over time, you will just retain more words naturally. This method actually works with our brain's natural ability to remember and forget, and it focuses on stress-free learning. I love it. Again, it requires time, so if you're really stressed on time, maybe it won't work for you. But if you have plenty of time until your test, I think this method is worth trying. um, Another method that I like is using technology to assist us. I personally love Quizlet. I think it's great for language learning. I've been following them for years, and I've been using them myself, and recommending them to my students. They have a learning mode, so go on Quizlet website, just enter it, log in, create an account, create a free account. Pick of the ready-made lists that other users created, or create your own lists. This is free, and then you can just go over them with the flashcards, play with the flashcards, and this is just a great app for expressions and words learning. Okay, a new there's an just making sure we're on the in the right place. Yeah. So another method is encoding. So when we learn words and we just read them, it's not enough sometimes for our brain to remember them. We also have to hear the words, and we also have to kind of imagine them and mind map them. So I recommend taking a word or expression and create some sort of a visual image or symbol representing it. Sometimes it helps. Colors help. Like me personally, I love highlighting the words that I want to remember. It really helps my brain to capture them and remember the spelling, the correct spelling. Um, the second step is trying to encode them using another object, right? So you can create some sort of a visual metaphor, um, or compare the word to another, like to a word, to another word or idea. It may help. Uh, it helps in for certain, like it helps certain people, but again, this is something that you should consider um, if you want to be creative a little bit about this process. Okay, let's continue. Um, Audio encoding. So for singing the word and chanting it, trying to get used to how it sounds really helps. You can create a rap using the word or expression. Say it over and over again several times. Create a rhyme. Um, Pair it with some sort of a song or a tune. And that is also like another way of memorizing material. Okay. Um, a method that I personally love is breaking words down. Um, so, for example, if it's a long word that you need to remember, like this one, unpredictable, right? So, breaking it down into unpredict and able helps sometimes and some people to memorize the word better. So, un is a prefix that means that it's a negative prefix. Predict, maybe you know this word, so it probably is easier for you to remember it. And able is a suffix that is often used for adjectives. So when we say unpredictable, we understand that this is an adjective that has to do with prediction or predict, and it's negative. Okay, so when I break it down, even if I don't know exactly what it means, it helps me understand the meaning, decipher it, and sometimes remember it better. Oh, here's my favorite method: editing. Um, Taking any text, any paragraph, something short, something that you can finish in half an hour. Okay, let it be just one paragraph, 3 or 4 sentences, and trying to rewrite it using new words and expressions that you've just learned. So, um, working with actual text is a great way to learn. Okay, great way to learn. Take a text that you want to remember, like take a text that contains a lot of words that you want to remember. Hide the words. Try to complete them without looking. Try to rephrase the same paragraph using other words. This will definitely improve your memory and help you memorize this new material. Okay, there's another creative way of learning, and I personally think it's one of the best: blogging. So let's say you have a bunch of words that you need to remember. So start writing your ideas as a journal. Just your thoughts, what things that are happening to you or in the news. So when you start blogging and you start using the words that you actually need to learn, um, you will feel that it becomes more natural to you. Using them becomes easier to you. So easier for you. So actually, this is one of um, my favorite ways of learning. But I know that it's not for everyone, but it could be for you. Okay. Another trick that I love is habit tracking. S- And and it simply means printing out something like this. If you want a ready-made habit tracker, uh, you're welcome to download it from our website, and just print it out, and mark every day that you actually spend 15-20 minutes on whatever method you prefer to learn the new words. And you will see that if you actually get to, day 7, if you actually make a week straight, so you will see that there's a change. You will see the change, you will see the improvement. Um, what I recommend as well is marking where you actually give yourself some sort of a prize, like a little, like buying something nice that you want, or sweet, or whatever it is that you enjoy. So marking those steps where you actually going to reward yourself, give yourself a reward, a present, is important. So going habit tracking is another way. Okay, and some people find it really difficult to learn without others being involved, without friends or significant people, or sometimes even strangers. That's really interesting. Sometimes when someone, a person that we even don't know, tells us, wow, this is, great what you're doing, sometimes it helps. And without it, many people cannot make progress. So if you feel that social encouragement is important for you, so again, share your habit tracker. If you manage to get to step 7, like you did a week of learning, so share it on social media, or maybe get a friend involved, tell them that you are trying to learn new words, and ask them to ask you in a few days whether you've made progress. It really helps. It helps me with a bunch of tasks that I don't want to do, such as, some chores that you have to do around the house, or some, I don't know, accounting or bureaucratic stuff that you need to do. When there's someone else who helps me out and tells me, okay, how's your thing going? So I feel a bit better, and I feel that I have someone to share it with. Okay, so here, these were the 8 methods that I personally love and use sometimes. And I recommend that you try them out. Good luck with your test.